Good evening. Day 24, June 5th, 2017. Today's weight, excuse me. Today's weight is 478.4. Weight loss today, 16.8 pounds. So from yesterday, and putting everything into context about my life, it always goes to people asking me, how did you get this way? Why do you have so much weight? What are you protecting yourself from? What are you hiding? What do you binge eat at? Things of that. What are you eating? What are you doing? Because again, the classic explanation is, well, you are sneaking away eating a hamburger or eating pizza or eating ice cream or whatever. You're stress eating. You're doing this. You're drinking all these different drinks. You're doing that. You're doing something. For me, it's just being here, present. And all my life, I was heavy. I had problems because when I would want to express and talk to people, girls and stuff of that nature, I would get shot down, and then my self-esteem and who I believe would be dead. I can admit that the only way that I believe you can get someone to like you is giving them money. Buy things, do stuff for them, give, and they'll eventually do stuff. But that's a recent thing in a way. That's somewhat recent. Well, not recent. I should say when I was younger. I remember, I think it was 7th grade. I bought someone was selling a lot of tickets for a raffle, and I spent like $200. I took $200 and sent them so I could win and so they would like me. Things of that nature. I remember doing that in 7th grade. Also, but growing up, I was always told I'm selfish. Well, I was selfish because I would want certain things that I didn't get. I want to learn photography. I want to take a camera, get a good camera. I want this Nikon camera, and I got a shitty brand. So I resented the fact that I got stuff I didn't like. All my life, I never had a horn. My parents said, no, it's a phase. We're not going to get you a horn, whatever. I never got one. I had to use the school's horn for all the time. And I borrowed horns until I had a job. And then I bought a horn. And then circumstances told me I had to sell the horn. And then when I got the opportunity again to get a horn, getting a good paying job, I said, I'm going to get the horn I want to get. And I got the horn, and that was it. I did that. And the thing is that's probably the only thing I've really done for myself of late. Of what I've been doing the other way is just give, give everything. If you want, take my money, please. Just like me, and I'll give you whatever you want. And that I need to break that mold, break out of those things, and I'm doing that. And that's this whole aspect of the past few months has taught me that, because again, if it keeps happening where you give and you don't get anything back, then there is something there. But I need to pound it in my head that it doesn't work that way. Life is not fair, and I know that, but I have to pound it out and then let it out. And that's the other thing. The other reason that I'm heavy, and I hate it when people say, no, that's not right. Well, then I'm telling you, you want me to be open about it. You want me to be open about it, and you say no. Well, then don't say I'm not telling you. I say I'm telling you. This is sexual repression. I want to be with somebody. That's it. And that pain of not having it drives me insane. It does drive me insane. So compounding my life growing up, the physical and mental abuse I went through, which I forgave, compounding the way that when I wanted something, I never got it, so I just take everything I can when I get a chance, and then give back when I can. I just give it away. Then compounding the aspect of being rejected all the time, and the weight built up. It 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 kept going higher and higher and higher. I remember being in fifth grade and hitting 200 pounds in fifth grade. And then it leveled off because I was growing faster and faster too when it went after that. And I believe I was around 250 pounds in high school. And then 270. And then ballooned up to 300, 305. And I know that was the first in college, being 325, around there. And at that time, I remember my first diet was in 94. And I lost a good amount of weight. I went down to, I believe, 220 or whatever it is. Or 240, not two. I'm gonna get confused. 240. And then I stopped. Then I did it again in 2004. But I was motivated to do it. I had passion to do it. I had a reason to do it. I was happy, or at least I was fooling myself that I would be happy. Going out, having fun, people wanting me there, feeling accepted, getting the repression away, the promise of a relationship would happen in my head. Didn't happen. In like 2009, losing the weight, and then the reason it collapsed is because everything around me collapsed. Stopped working out. A lot of stressors started to come up. Not having work at that time back then as well caused a lot of issues. And going back to work. For all of 2009, I was not working, and I was still able to maintain. I had money and things of that nature all set up, but it was rough. And then when 2010 came up, there were people that were very sick that I was not feeling so bad about, but I started working again, and the old habits came back, because between 2003 and 2007, I traveled around the United States. I worked. I would, get up, go have a nice breakfast, go to work, sit at my desk, go have a nice lunch, go have a nice dinner, and I can say I indulged in dinner. I would have a nice breakfast. I have a steak, eggs, I have the hash browns, I have the French toast, I'd have orange juice, I had coffee, and I would go to lunch and I would have the nice dinner and steak and this and that. And then dinner, I would have the biggest steak there, and because I wanted to have these things, because I didn't have these things, growing up. And, go out, have some drinks, talk to the clients, do this, and it would just be somewhat of a party. But then just do this. Let's go out and to this. Let's go have drinks later. Let's go do that. And I know I did these things. But I would come home, I would stay up late, and then I would not sleep. I would sleep very little. I know that. In 2010, when I started working again, I love to walk. I love to do stuff. And I would go walking and doing things of that nature. And I want to start doing those things again. But I have to do it slowly with this myasthenia I have. But what happened, like I said, in 2010, when I started working again, it was more work, travel downtown, do stuff, and did the same thing. Have breakfast on the train, or pick something up late, have a lunch downtown with the client, go out for who they want to go to Starbucks, get a coffee, get a latte, get a big latte, have a drink, go in there, have a drink, come back home and go to the restaurant, nice restaurant, have some martinis, have a drinks, and then eat, and then come home. not working out, not doing those things. So that's where going from place to place, working and talking and drinking and eating, did those things, but not, sneaking away and having a burger or anything like that. It was just, large meals. And I know that. I can admit that. So what I'm doing now, and I've had many a failure of losing the weight, and it's all about the fact that I internalize the pain I have. If I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling angry, which is what happened yesterday, it's anger. It's anger of, I don't want to see crap. I want to see good things. I deserve those things. I don't want to see things that I don't have. I want those things. Those are mine. I want that. It's mine. I want it. So what I would do before is just literally look at it, stare at it, and inside be dying and screaming. That's me. I would just take it in and just sit out there. And all that anger, that self-hate toward myself, all that anger, why would someone do this, or why would I let this happen, would just go in, and I just swallow it, literally. So, and I got fatter. And I know that. And many a night I would just lay in bed crying about the whole thing of late, between 2010 through 2015, 16. I would, if there was anything that upset me and I couldn't talk about it, I would just feel sad about it. And I don't want to do that again. These videos are to just let it out. Like last night, I let it all out. It's basically, I'm expelling it from who I am. And again, I've seen the same type of posts over and over again, and it pisses me off to see those things. It's not, I'm the one that should be there. But again, I say that, and then I turn around, well, no, you're not there yet because you're fat. You're not there yet because you don't have any money. I look at this and I say, this is the cancer that's on me now. I am cancerous. And I want to remove the cancer. Thinking about it this afternoon, I went out to get some sun, and I want to do that again. I want to start doing that. Day 24. And I thought about it. It reminded me of the 1979 hostage situation in Iran. Day 24. And it's true, in a way. Day 24. The skinny man inside the fat man. There is a skinny person inside me that's screaming, trying to get out. And he can't get out because the fat man, he is here holding him back. And it's true. And I don't like when I meet somebody who I never met before who instantly says, no wonder, fat ass, doesn't do anything all day, blah, blah, blah. It affects me when, perception is reality in a sense, in that regard. And they don't know the illness I have, how serious it is, the problems I've had of late when I can't breathe or do something like that, and I know it's the myasthenia, and I'm just taking care of the medication, calling a doctor, thinking about going to the emergency room, but don't go to the emergency room, things of that nature. I don't know. I'm just trying to play it out. But I do what I'm doing now because it is the release. It's the catharsis about the whole thing. And that's what it is. And it works. It works because, again, I'm not going to repress anything anymore. I can't. I'm not going to repress. I'm going to let it out. And disingenuousness is a real bummer for me. And again, going to the other aspect of, I know you can say, people can say certain things, and I know better. They can be, and they say, well, I can't do that. It's impossible. Yet, well, whatever. It makes no sense. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. It's comical, and I go, okay, fine, right, okay. That's your attitude. And that's how it is. I cannot change anybody. Their actions speak louder than their words. I was raised this way to do certain things this way, and I can't believe blah blah blah. Well, then that's how you were raised. That's your path. This is my path, and this is who I am. Again, being on the way everything changed in 2015 because of the problems I had starting with these fingers right here, this hand. To be frightened about it enough to go to the doctor, and go to another doctor, and another doctor. To go, I went to sleep studies. I went to neurologists. I had tests done, and dealing with insurance companies was ridiculous. And then to actually be there, and then just be worried about everything that's going on. It's just scary. And then to actually have them tell you have this disease and how it affected you. It affected me bad. Last year, between June and November, I was literally a vegetable almost. I garnered enough strength to do certain things, but most of my day was sitting in this chair and not doing much of all. Not even. Well, I moved, and I wouldn't leave the room. I literally stayed in the room all day. On a weekend, I wouldn't leave the room. I wouldn't leave to go to the restroom. And just of late, it happens sometimes where I get tired, and I don't leave the apartment at all. I don't call anybody. I don't talk to anybody, and I stay. And I know that, and it's frightening in a way. And what's going to happen? So I'm trying. I'm doing what I can. And that's the thing. That's the whole aspect of it. I am doing all I can now. But again, it's another aspect of the whole thing. I'm glad I'm losing weight. And again, it's all about not looking back anymore. It's about looking forward. And again, to be working with the doctors, neurologists, primary care, the specialists, on the foods I'm supposed to be eating, the medication I'm supposed to be taking, the vitamins I'm supposed to be taking. That's what I'm going to be doing. And with the diet, it's all about measured steps. Going like I went to go eat, and I was treated out for lunch. And to order a meal, and then to physically look at the meal. I did this at breakfast too. Went to have breakfast. I had breakfast. I ordered what I usually would order. Or in a way, I would usually order a steak, mashed potatoes, rye toast buttered, and maybe some French toast, and some orange juice and coffee. I cut out the French toast a long time ago, last year. So my standard would be the steak, hash browns, the toast, coffee, and juice. Juice, be gone. Coffee, no sugar. Toast, gluten-free pancakes. Steak, fruit, or omelet, fruit. No potato. Then, now I'm cutting it back even further. Literally cutting it back. I ordered a steak, the fruit, the bread, or pancakes. I will take that home because I'll eat half of it. And I did the same thing today. I went and had some Mexican food And I literally said, okay, cut in half, cut in half, cut in half, cut in half, half of this, half of that. So I ate half of the food. And now I have half the food for tomorrow. Choices. And that's what I'm doing. And it's all these little things doing it. Going out to eat by myself is also a problem. I don't want to do that. I don't want to eat alone. If I do, I tend to eat more. If I'm with somebody or with a group, I'll tend to eat less. I'll be talking. I want to talk. I want to engage. That way I will lose weight. That's how I'm going to do that. But again, the whole idea, I'm no longer going to hold it in. I'm going to let it out this way. And if the person or people want to address it and to discuss it, I will tell them it's hurtful. It's painful. And I see this and I'm in pain. And I see it and I hate it. But I'm cancer. And I need to get rid of the fat. I'm going to do that. And it's that race. It's that race. I'm racing. I'm going to go up that hill. I'm going to hit 450, 425, 400. 375. I'm going to go down. The lowest I was, or I have been of late, is 330. And I was on the cusp there to go to 300. I'm going to do it. But every day it takes time. I'm going to get it done. Anyway, that's all I need to say. Just the fact that I'm not letting anything fester within me anymore. I can't. It has to be let out. I want to let it out and then go to bed. Last night I still had a little problem sleeping because of the anxiety and the feelings I had, but it all went away. That's the same thing again. I'm going to sleep, go to bed now, rested that I did this and let it all out. It's gone. It's out. Be gone. And it works. So I'll see. Good night.